Ho, 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 everybody. It is your boy, Seth Jackson here, with another LEGO City video you guys are probably getting tired of. But it doesn't matter. All that matters is that what we have here. So far you see, oh my goodness, you're like, what is that? Well, that, my friend, is the new tallest building in the city with its two counterparts close to each other. This blue one we have here is clear glass and, oh boy. So during this video, I'm gonna give you a little summary before we start. I'm going to talk about each of the buildings, you know, what it represents, you know, what is its use, its height, its profile in the city, so on and so forth. So let's get into that. Before I start though, I do want to point out that these buildings are here to last. They are not temporary. So yeah, let's get into the blue one, shall we? Here we have a mixed-use tower. Actually, all these are mixed-use. This is the smallest of the three of them. It is actually the third tallest building in the city. It's actually, it barely conquers my previous tallest building, my old gray building there, by, maybe half a brick. It's crazy. Now, in roof height, it is taller, but if you want to include the spire on my gray building, then it still surpasses it. So, as I said earlier, it is a mixed-use building. So, what that means is that, you know, it has different uses. This tower includes a small hotel, offices on the bottom. The hotel is in the middle of the tower, and apartments and condos are on the upper, I guess, third of the building, you would call it. It's a slender tower. It's hard to get it straight because of how skinny it is. Do keep in mind, a lot of these towers are really hard to keep straight because, for one, how skinny they are and how tall they are. You know, it's a big process. So let's go into the profile of this building. So let's start from the bottom. As you can see, it starts from a small base and then it tapers outward, so it overhangs and where the main tower is situated on. I did this to kind of get it off of the street a little bit. Originally I had it right here where this yellow building is, just a little front, and it was toward the street, so it hangs back from the street. It doesn't here, it just hangs on its land. And as we go up, as you notice, there's a blank spot. So it would be a perfect rectangle, but it's 1x2 brick overlapped by another 1x2 brick, so this is why it gets its shape. And then as we get toward the very top, it tapers a little bit more in itself, and then it is topped again by this overhang here, so it kind of keeps its original profile, and it kind of tapers a little bit in itself toward the very top. I think this looks really good. It's a good looking tower. It's actually the most prominent blue building in my city, because originally I never really had any building that was tall and was blue, or in downtown, that is. So let's go on to the second tallest building, shall we? A very unique structure. It is the tallest clear glass building that I've ever built. Mostly due to its base. I'll get into that in a little bit. So, The design of this building is meant to look like a shard of glass. It's not like a perfect shard, but we all know how almost like a broken prism or a crystal, if you will. It starts off at its base. It tapers. It goes out a little bit. If you turn it upside down, though, it will look like a shard of glass. But here it's an upright shard of glass. So as you see from the bottom, it has a wider base. As we get to a little height, it tapers a little bit. As you can see, I use these slow glass pieces. I have a lot of those. And then as we go up, we get to the first white line. Now these white lines break up the tower into three sections, which is what I intended for. The first third of the building is offices, and then we get to the 2/3 way, it's hotel, and then as we get to the final third, it is apartments, condos, I guess, if you would call them as well. So these white lines, not just to break up the tower, but I think it's a good idea to use this to kind of break up the use of the glass pieces. It breaks it off, so it kind of gives like nice intervals in between. Now it does taper up once it gets to the top, hence to look more like a shard of glass, and it has a very beautiful spire, the most unique in the city. As you can see, it kind of zigzags its way up into a more rounded top. This was originally planned for the white building I'm going to talk in a few minutes, but then I decided to put on this one. I think it gives a character for a jagged piece of glass. As you do notice, there are a few white bricks as we get to the top. I just use that to kind of, like I said, break up all the glass and to give kind of a snow-capped look to itself. Do keep in mind, this side is different from the other side, so I will show you. This is a better angle to look more into that tapered look I was giving it, like that shard glass. As you do notice, the base is using a 2x2 clear pieces. I use those to make it taller, because I don't have a lot of those clear 1x2 bricks, and I think it just breaks up that brick look. So in real life, a building this height, it actually would have a mixed use development, mostly because you really can't handle one thing being in such a gigantic structure. You need to have more stuff into it. So as you can see here, you have a better look at that tapered profile. So yeah, this is the glass shard building. It is the second tallest building in the whole city, and I think it's a good runner-up to, oh my gosh, yeah. So let's get into the building you've all been waiting for, which I hope you all have been waiting for, because if you haven't, I'll be sad. So let's get into that, shall we? By far the tallest building I've ever built, and probably the most superhuman one as well. It is 2 times taller than the glass shard building I was talking about earlier, and 3 times taller than my gray building. Wow. Its total height is about a yard, so 3 feet. I'm positive it is. I really haven't measured it, so don't ask me why. I assumed it was 3 feet. But based on it, I'm positive it is. But let's We just have to check it out sometime, don't we? Again, this is another mixed-use building. Let's get a closer look at the tower, shall we? Here we have a view of its base. It is situated right smack dab in the middle of downtown. I've actually expanded downtown. It tapers smoothly into its current form. As you can see in this little interval here, it's like a little seat out area, you know, a restaurant. And then as we gradually go up, it tapers inwards. It's actually on the same, you know, original platform. You know, like I said, I taper it inward. And here in this is the only section that's really different. Use these curved pieces here to kind of smooth out the block nature here. My high finger. Get away, finger. You don't deserve to be here. Sorry. It tapers more in itself until we have this platform here. This is a lookout platform. It's almost half. It's around half way up the tower. The upper half is actually, I'm pretty sure it's taller than the lower half. That just shows you how tall it is. So as I said, this platform is a lookout. You know, look over the city, the surrounding areas. You know, by far, I'm pretty sure this is the first platform building I've ever built. I'll tell you a little bit more about its design after we get to the top. Again, it tapers in itself. Oh boy, again, and then now it's just a single brick layered spire. Then it kind of rounds up at the very top. That kind of gives that illusion that it's not like a square brick, but it's kind of pointing out in the top. Then it's topped with a small but nice spire. So we just went over the whole tower. Oh boy. Do note this tower does look different from all angles. From the backside, it looks like it's nothing. I'll actually show you that right now. So this is what I'm talking about. This isn't the back view, but this is the side view. It's funny, but if you look at it from the back, I'll just give you a quick description. It looks wicked. Actually, it's like a jagged sword, if you would call it. Now here's what I was talking about when you get to a building like a tall building, especially this one. It starts to lean a little bit. It's not because of its height, it's just because of, you know, this is a skinny building, so, you know, it's hard to keep these small pieces straight. That's why I made this spire here with these 1x5 brick tall pieces, so it doesn't really, you know, curve that much. So let's get back to the original view that we had, shall we? It's funny, during that little break, I straightened up a bit from the angle we had before. So, let's talk about this building. Its design is based off of the under-constructed building, the Jetta Tower, being built in Saudi Arabia. It's loosely based off it. It has the same temper profile, you know, almost a tri-base, but the Jetta Tower in real life is a tri-base building. It tapers as its height succeeds, and then it has a prominent spire at the very top. My original plan was to buy like 400 clear blue bricks and build an exact replica of the tower. But then I started thinking, actually this was yesterday, you know, how I was like, oh, do I really want to spend like $20 on just bricks? So then what I did, I just demolished a few smaller buildings, and voila, I built this structure that's 10 times taller than some of the buildings I was using to create this. Just like the Jetta Tower, it has a platform around halfway up. And its spire is, it tapers a little bit off, like, from the rest of the tower. As kind of like, this one does here. It's, like I said, it's another mixed-use development considering how large and tall this building is. I'm just going to include what it has: hotels, offices, apartments, condos, pool, gym, workout place, all the amenities people living in a tower need. The top floor is way up there. It's absolutely crazy how tall this building is. It's phenomenal. I'll just show you a long distance view. Oh man, so this building is almost as long as my whole layout itself. Oh my goodness. So it's almost 5 base plates long. It's around 4. That just shows you how tall this thing is. Now, in real life, if we do some height measures, it would technically be taller than the current tallest, the current tallest building, the Burj Khalifa. This would be around 3,000 feet. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh my goodness. So, there you have it, folks. My 3 new towers to the city. As I said before, these here are here to stay. These aren't temporary. My city is now in the city of tomorrow. Oh boy. Well, thank you all for watching. I'm a little off schedule, I guess, but I did this so I can make up for my little month period. Comment down below if you have any idea for another puppet video. I haven't made one in almost 3 months, so I just need those suggestions. Please comment, because I know you guys have, accounts where you can reply. Speaking of that, those who know other people, please share out my channel. That would be appreciated very greatly. And I'll give you shout outs too if you do that. Don't want to sound selfish, but I've been really wanting some more subscribers and some views. Thank you all for watching. I know some of you have accounts, and I know, so just shout out to other people, okay? Thank you very much, and I don't know when the next time I'll see you guys. Well, I can't really see you, but yeah, thanks for watching.